Crypto's in focus again. Yesterday in federal court, FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried pleading not guilty to criminal charges in connection with the collapse of his crypto exchange. That trial set for October. Meantime, regulators warning financial institutions the crypto exposes banks to, quote, fraud and scams. That's coming in a joint statement from the Fed, the FDIC, the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. Jim, how much in here is new?
Well, I think that there have been a lot of people who thought that the banks would adopt it, but Fidelity adopted it. I think these statements are the beginning of what I've been calling for, which is that I think the SEC is going to do a roundup of the ones who are not compliant. They said that they made this broad statement saying, listen, if you do not go along with the rules, we're going to come after you. I follow John Stark very well. He's an 18-year enforcement SEC consultant now. He's calling for a sweep. Says that the SEC is going to sweep everybody, which is why I'm telling everyone, get out of these. Now, there was Michael Semblis in his excellent review, Eye on the Market, was talking about some people were saying that J.P. Morgan had actually had a dalliance with this. I can tell you personally, when I was frantically trying to get my Ethereum out of an exchange that has collapsed, I went to like the highest level. I said, please, please. I said, no, we're not touching this. And I think that that's been the way that it's not a shock because the banks have been the leaders. They're anti. This is not even fintech. I think a lot of people feel like John Stark, that it's just a giant scam.
Do you think Bankman-Fried will be material to that roundup between now and October?
Very much so. I think everybody's in on it. And I know that's a very harsh charge. But if it's a Ponzi scheme and it's falling apart, I'm sure there's some honest people. We all know honest people are in crypto. But I'm not calling for a crypto collapse. I'm calling for collapse of the people in on the Ponzi scheme that John Stark talks about. And he's laid it out. You just got to read it. Follow him on Twitter. You'll read everything, which tells you, look out. And like here, people are bidding this up and get it out of where you have it. But try to find a place that you can trust.
Why do you think it's been so resilient here in the high 16s?
Well, I'll tell you what Stark says, because it's phony and a scam. Being propped up by people who need it propped up. And that's all there is. Very harsh.